Hey everyone. So I wanted to explain why I didn't get a video out for 2 weeks in a row. So the first week was because I got really, really sick. And trust me, you didn't want to see that. But the second week, on Memorial Day, one of my cats got very, very sick. And as you guys know, I'm very, very passionate about rescue work, and my kitties mean absolutely everything to me. Oh my gosh! What are you doing over there? Okay. So anyways, one of my cats threw a blood clot. We found out that he has congestive heart failure and he was unable to use his back legs. And so he required a lot of around the clock care. And I was literally getting up like 2 or 3 times at night to give him medicine or fluids or literally just to check and make sure that he was alive. So I didn't have a lot of time to be able to record a video. But he's doing better, and he's starting to walk again. So, and this is him over here. Say hello, Pharaoh. This is Pharaoh. Say hi. Say I'm cute. You don't care. Okay. So anyways, he's doing better. That's why I'm starting to do the videos again. But I wanted to apologize for not getting videos out to you guys for 2 weeks in a row. And I just wanted to explain why. So thank you very much for understanding. And here's your video. Hello everyone, I'm Cassandra Morgan, and this is Creative Academy. This is a video blog to help all of you beginner writers out there to take your good writing to great. Hey, I've got a lot of really good news stories this week, so let's get to it. Publishers Weekly reports that the classic Parisian bookstore Le Pouf now has a machine that can print a book for you in about the same amount of time that it takes for you to drink a cup of coffee. So I remember that you used to be able to go into a bookstore and you could just pluck a title off the shelf and go and sit in one of those cushy chairs, you know, the ones that you can like never find in any store to buy for yourself to take home. You can only find them in bookstores. And you sip on your little chai latte and read your book. Well, now you just go over to the machine and you punch in the title that you want and you go and sit in one of those little cushy chairs and you drink your coffee. So that by the time the book is done printing, you can now read books like Data from Star Trek. And since when did you become an expert in astrophysics? I had the double shot espresso. It took me about 2 hours. Tonight, I'm planning on ordering the triple shot. I'm hoping to get through the entire Lord of the Rings by dawn. A recent study in the International Journal of Business Administration looked at a number of MBA students from the University of Florida. They took their cover letters, because nobody wants to look bad on a cover letter. Am I right? I'm right. And they studied how complex the writing was compared to the kind of literature that the students consumed. What they found was students who read more things like Reddit and BuzzFeed scored lower in their writing complexity than students that read things like academic journals and literature. That's right, people. The more internet you consume, the dumber you are. Alright everyone, my featured product this week actually comes from fellow author K.M. Weiland. You can visit her website, helpingwritersbecomeauthors.com. One of the books that she offers is called Outlining Your Novel. Now, I admit, when I first started writing, I hated outlining. True story. Do you remember when you were in elementary school and probably in middle school and the teacher made you make a web and then you had to do an outline and then you had to do your rough draft and all those other things? So what I used to do is I used to pretend that I was making a web, and then I would go home and I would write my rough draft and I would keep my rough draft in my desk. And then I would make my web and my outline based off of my rough draft so that I could actually pass the stupid class. Now that I'm starting to write more complex novels and I'm really trying to delve into character development and plot twists and things like that, I'm finding that having even just a basic outline of these are the main points that I want to hit, and I want to hit this point after I hit this point, has been incredibly helpful. So even if you are a pantser, and I know there's so many of you out there that are, side note, a pantser is someone who writes by the seat of their pants. A planner is somebody who plans everything out. So even if you are a pantser, I still would really recommend at least trying some form of outlining, even just a little bit. And I highly recommend K.M. Weiland's Outlining Your Novel. So please hop on over to her website, helpingauthors.becomewriters.com, and you can check it out. All right, everyone. So the writing tip of the week this week actually ties in with our featured product. Yes, I'm going to be talking about the dreaded outline. So as I had said during the featured product, I never used to be somebody that outlined. And I'm sure that if a professional planner, somebody that has far more experience writing novels than what I do, and they plan out and organize every little thing, were to look at my outlines that I have right now, they would probably cry because they're not very good, especially compared to what you're supposed to do even by K.M. Weiland's book. But it's better than what I used to do, so it's a step. And the reason that I'm bringing it up is that it has actually really helped me when I started getting into writing far more complex stories, when I was starting to get into things like subplots, and I needed to figure out how I can tie in my subplot to my main plot. Or working on things like character development. Or maybe I had came up with this really awesome idea and I had no idea where I was going to put it. If I outlined everything first, it kind of gave me this 50-foot view, and I could say, all right, this is going to be a really good spot where I want to insert this thing, whatever the thing is. So my writing tip for you this week is to try outlining, especially if you've never outlined before. And if you've never done an outline before, obviously you're going to want to pick up K.M. Weiland's book because it'll really be able to help you. But if it's just something that you're like, I hate it, I can't do it, take a novel that you have read that you absolutely love. So for me, obviously it would be Harry Potter, and outline that. And that will help you to get a feel for the flow, and it'll help you get a feel for how much detail to add, how little detail to add, and we'll just go from there. So my writing tip for you this week is to try outlining, whether it's your novel that you're working on right now, or it's another novel because you want to work on practicing. That's all I've got for you guys this week. I apologize for all the noise in the background. My foster kittens are having quite a heyday right now. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on Instagram and on Twitter at author Cass, C-A-S Morgan. And you can also find me on Facebook and on my website, authorcassandramorgan.com. Until next time, thanks guys. Classic Parisian bookstore Les Pouf. Now, that sounded horrible. Poof! Oh my god, my hair! Don't do a video blog when your fosters are going crazy. Look at this. See it? A recent study. Wow. Out for you while you're. Oh my god! Ooh, my eyelashes look really good.